Hey, hello everybody, Richard Blackstone here. I was watching the news the other night, well, The Daily Show, and it was really funny because they were talking about Anthony Weiner and his run for mayor of New York City. Now, Anthony Weiner, fell from disgrace. He actually had to leave his seat in Congress because of his sexual addiction problems, which included, sending pictures of his penis over the internet. Pretty weird. But, it's amazing in this country that you can come back from that, and it appears that Anthony Weiner has come back from that because he's running for mayor of New York City. In fact, he was actually leading in the polls until new revelations of his most recent sexual exploits on the internet, of all places, came to the fore, and now he's down in the polls, and everybody's telling him to get out of the race because it just ain't going to happen this time. But it's just so weird. Because, when he says that he doesn't have a sexual addiction problem, I believe him. And when he says that, even if he had a sexual addiction problem, it wouldn't affect him as being mayor of New York City, I believe him. Now, let me explain that. I believe that he believes in what he is saying. You can watch him on the interviews and news talks, and he really believes that he doesn't have a problem. He really believes that being mayor of New York City would not be affected by any sexual addiction problems. Now, he believes it, and I believe that he believes it. But there's a big disconnect going on here. Because the problem with Anthony Weiner is not his sexual addiction. The problem is that he's just not living in integrity. He's not living what he is saying. So, there's the old formula for success when I grew up was, the American dream. You work hard and you can achieve the American dream. In the American dream, you can have fame and fortune just by working hard and doing it the American way. Well, that paradigm no longer works. There's a new paradigm that is moving into this era of rising consciousness that we're all living in. And the new paradigm is not fame and fortune. The new paradigm is living in integrity. And we can see this all around us. I mean, every facet of life is shifting out of the old paradigm and into the new paradigm of living in integrity. I mean, you can see it in the government, you can see it in business leaders, you can see it in businesses, religion, education. It's everywhere. It's in every facet. Government leaders are falling left and right. Did you get that? Left and right. It's not honed into one party. Integrity is universal. Businesses are failing. Enron. The banks that we had to bail out, insurance companies, these major companies, they are falling because they're clinging to that old paradigm of fame and fortune, where the new paradigm of success is living in integrity. So they're not living in integrity, and they are falling by the wayside. Education, you can see it all over. Going to higher education, like colleges in this country, are no longer the gateway to wealth and a successful career. People are shifting and moving to community colleges and online training courses because they are more in integrity with what they are teaching, whereas colleges are basically putting people in debt, which is not in integrity. And they're not giving you the education that you absolutely have to be competitive in this world. So you see, we're moving into an era of rising consciousness and moving into a new paradigm of success, and it all starts with integrity. Now, Anthony Weiner had a golden opportunity to redeem himself. In fact, he was in People magazine, said, "Hey, I've changed. I don't have this problem anymore." And even when that article was being written, he was still out there, doing the sexual addiction thing on the internet. And it's just amazing. So what he says and what he does are two different things. See, he's got the fame and fortune. I mean, he's got a lot of money. And, of course, he has the fame from his previous scandal. So he's got the fame and fortune. In fact, it put him on top of the mayor's race in New York City. But all the while he was doing this, he was still continuing his addiction problem. And So he's out of integrity. Now this come out, he's down in the polls, and he's not going to be the mayor of New York City. So you have to realize that this idea of the old paradigm of success, fame, and fortune comes from the exterior world that we live in. We go out and we make the money and we get popular, and then, have a certain amount of fame and fortune. And that was fine for the old paradigm, but it does not work anymore with the new paradigm, because this new paradigm of living in integrity is not in the exterior world. It comes from within. You can't buy it, and it's not for sale, but you can have it at any time you want, anytime, by going within and living in integrity. It's all about understanding the true source of power, which always comes from within. Now, I love this message because I know that you resonate exactly with what I'm talking about. You can't buy integrity. You have to be integrity. It's just like trying to get in shape by doing push-ups. You can't pay somebody to do your push-ups. And you can't pay any PR company or advertising company to make you look good if you are not living in integrity. You see that all the time with these oils companies that are, spills all over the world, but they're putting on a powerful show on the television to let you know how good they're serving their communities. Well, they're not living in integrity. They're lying. And you see it all over. So this is a powerful concept, and if you'd like to learn more about it, I invite you to go to my website, ConsciousLifestyleSecrets.com, and get that free ebook there. Man, it's powerful. It's going to show you, this living in integrity thing. It's going to take you right there, because it's going to take you to a place where you understand yourself at a deeper level. So go to ConsciousLifestyleSecrets.com, check it out, get that free ebook. I encourage you, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you down the road as we talk about what's going on and how we can do something about it, and the power that you hold within you to change your life in dramatic ways. And this is one of them, by living in integrity. I appreciate it. See you a little later. Richard Blackstone, and as always, live in love. Thanks again.